Election day may be 3 weeks away, but early voting is already underway big time. And President Obama is a fan tweeting this: "I'm following Michelle Obama's example and voting early on October 25th. If your state has early voting, join me." The First Lady dropped her absentee ballot in the mail today. Obama will keep pushing for early voting during his visit to swing state of Iowa this Wednesday, but will his push swing voters to his side? Let's ask Republican Governor Terry Branstad of Iowa. Governor, it's great to have you back on the show. Good to see you, sir. Interestingly, all this early voting is starting to give us a sense of what voters are thinking out there, and we're starting to see that in Iowa in particular and Ohio as well, Democrats are really coming out and voting for Obama. Should Mitt Romney be worried?
No, I don't think so. He performed exceptionally well in the first debate, and now that the American people have really got a chance to see the two candidates side by side, they can see all these nasty negative attack ads that Obama has leveled against Romney really have not worked. And now when people get a chance to see the President of the United States spending all his time blaming other people, attacking other people, he can't defend his record of increasing the national debt more than $1 trillion a year. 40 cents of every dollar being spent is borrowed money. This is a recipe for disaster. The country is going the wrong direction. We need new leadership, and Romney's got the experience and the ability to do what I and other Republican governors have done: get our state's financial house in order and reduce the spending that's gotten us in trouble. We've done this in this state.
All right. Well,
so
let me hang on a second. I want to stay with
Illinois, where Obama comes from, they
for
just
a
keep
second,
spending
sir,
and
and then
borrowing
we'll
money.
get to
They
your
have the biggest debt in the nation.
Let's just talk about the election for just a second longer. So, polling in Iowa shows that Obama
I'm
leading.
just contrasting my state with Obama's state of Illinois, and his state is following his example. They have the most debt per capita. They have the most unfunded liabilities for their public employee retirement system. They're $4 billion behind in paying their bills on time. In our state, we only spent 97 cents of every dollar that came in revenue last year, and we're in a strong fiscal position. And we need a president that's going to do the same thing at the national level that we're doing at the state level in the governor's offices.
All right, sir. I think we have a big delay here, and so let me get a question in edgewise here. Especially when it comes to early voting, the early voting that's going on right now. I'm wondering if you believe that Obama might be cannibalizing some of his vote that would have come on November 6th. People see it as a positive right now, but in a few weeks, could it be a negative?
Well, exactly that's what happened 2 years ago. The Democrats had a massive early voting deal, but when the election came out in 2010, even though we lost the early voting, as it got closer and closer to election, Republicans picked up, and the turnout on election day was phenomenal. And I carried this state by a strong margin, defeating an incumbent Democratic governor for the first time here that an incumbent governor had lost since 1962. And I believe we're going to see a great turnout in this election. I see some real momentum for our, not only for Romney, but for our congressional candidates and our state Senate candidates as we're working to gain control of the state Senate in Iowa as well.
You know, your state can boast a jobless rate of 5.5%. And this is your second tour of duty as governor. In your first tour of duty, you ended with an unemployment rate of 2.5%. What do you know in Iowa that the rest of us don't?
Well, we know that you can't spend more than you take in, and that it's the private sector that creates the jobs. So you need to reduce the tax and regulatory burden. You need to keep your state fiscal house in order, spend less than you take in, have low debt. We're second only to South Dakota when it comes to being in a strong financial position, according to Barron's magazine. We're very proud of that fact, and Illinois is second worst in the nation. So we love to contrast our state with Obama's state of Illinois. They can't pay their bills on time. They've got more debt per capita than any other state. They have all these problems that they've brought on themselves by not having fiscal discipline. We need that in the country too.
Governor, thanks for coming on tonight, and thank you so much for putting up with our technical difficulties. I appreciate your time. Hope you come back again soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Look forward to it.